We are talking about Arista and the whole security platform, and really understanding kind of the Arista, the unique problems they solve, I guess, in the technology stacks for security plans, and just understanding what visibility that the network piece of it with network connectivity brings into the whole picture with the EDRs and the XDRs, and what are the important flows and some of the key use cases that the network visibility allows you to play in. I know there's stories of you guys working with some of the big named forensic type companies and unique visibility that they bring you in to help augment the traditional tools like the CrowdStrikes on the edge and the Palo Altos in the middle. There's things that get missed in there, and maybe that's a good place to start. You know, what are some of the things that the network-based detection and response, along with the managed service, can bring to the table that fill the gaps in the visibility?
Yeah, no, it's a great question, and you know, I think we get asked a lot about, you know, I've got EDR, I've got XDR, like where does NDR fit? And you know, we say there's a pretty big visibility gap. You know, if you're only looking at logs or looking at the endpoint, and that also varies by industry. So, you know, for example, we had recently even just a very simple retail ransomware engagement where the threat actor came through the phone system. Okay, they ended up having an exploit for the type of phone. They went in through the phone network, and via that they got onto one of the systems, dumped credentials, got onto their ESX server, and essentially knocked out the entire virtual structure. And you know, that's one way they got in, and were able to kind of take out the entire organization without really doing a whole lot of stuff. And when we started investigating, you know, we do also drop in endpoint to investigate, and we started looking and really didn't see a whole lot of activity. You know, we requested logs and stuff from the company, which is kind of where your XDR and that comes in. And even if you're getting the Windows logs and firewall logs, there was like really no evidence. Okay, and this is where something like NDR plays in very key, as well as so does like understanding secure network infrastructures and how to segment and stuff like that. Because when they came in through the phones were essentially tagged to each PC, and the only thing you had really was web shell activity through the phone that hit the PC. So very small piece of forensic evidence, no logs that were tracking or anything like that. Whereas, you know, if you had something like NDR at the switch layer down there, you can actually see the traffic going back and forth from those endpoints, all the lateral movement. And you can also see that they're basically having C2 out the phone through the web shell. So that's where something like, you know, NDR is going to play in significant. And then you can kind of ask yourself, like, what is the percentage of my footprint that I don't have that visibility? And you'll usually see it's probably over 50% of the components on your network that you're still missing with just a EDR and XDR approach.